Conference is in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
I'm great and grateful. What about you?
Oh, I am great and grateful as well. I missed your voice. I missed being on the call, but I had to disconnect for a few days. I'm back, revived, and ready to just continue to bring it. So.
All right. Well, we miss you too. Now, do you have any special announcements for tonight?
Well, Stacy is going to make the announcements at the end of the call tonight, but we do have some special announcements. So we will. Do you have any ones that we may not be aware of? But Stacy's going to make them at the end.
No. I think that you got them, but I'm ready to go.
Okay, let's go. I'm put my phone on mute.
All right. Thank you so much. I want to thank everybody for being on the call tonight, and I want you to think about your goals and the dreams and the things that you'd like to do. I'd like to thank all of the Platinum speakers that covered for me on the previous calls. I like to test them and listen to them and see how well they're doing and formulating their messages and delivering and executing, and they just did a great job. I want you to look at your life right now and think about your goals and dreams. You know, this is a very special time, not only in our history and the state of the nation, but a lot of people are going through a great deal of changes. A lot of people are feeling uncertain. A lot of people are stuck. A lot of people are asking themselves, what do I want to do with my life right now? There's some people who have a mindset that, hey, I want to live a life that has more meaning and has more value, a life that is significant. You know, some people are thinking about just surviving, just being able, as my mother used to say, to make ends meet. People are looking for jobs. People are working on jobs, whether overworked and underpaid, or people that are working on jobs that is just not them. They just have gotten to a place where working and doing something 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week just to pay the bills and keep a roof over their head is just not enough. And so one of the things I want you to do right now, I want you to think about your life, look at where you are, and I want you to write this down. 1, detoxify your life. One of the things that I've been looking at in my own life as I'm moving forward and I'm going through a special journey right now in my own personal life where I have to raise the bar on myself and I have to begin to look at how do I begin to develop a strategy that, one, will get anything out of my life that does not represent my highest good, anything that's in my life that's draining my energy, anything that's in my life that has a negative or toxic impact, I have to be conscious to make sure that I separate myself from that. And one of the things I want you to think about, do what you know, not what you feel. Many times we allow our feelings to have the last word. When we know better, when we know that certain situations no longer serve us, that we know that we've been on a certain mountain or been in a certain situation or been in a certain relationship or been on a job that's just not us. And here's why it's important that you begin to develop the courage and the insight to move on. Because you have to look at yourself when you're in a toxic situation and you have to ask yourself, what is this doing to me? How is this affecting me? I remember I was working on a job and the people around me, they were always engaged in trash talk and using all type of profanity. And before I knew it, first I used to look at them, observe them, and criticize them and try to stop them. Then before I knew it, I found that it rubbed off on me. I found that it began to show up in my conversation and my attitude. And I said, wait a minute, this is not me. See, if you stay in a situation long enough, if you stay around people that are toxic and negative, trust me, it will rub off on you. And so as you look at your life, you have to ask, what kind of person am I becoming? Am I growing mentally and emotionally and spiritually? Is this working for me? See, there are certain situations that you might be in that is working for the people that you're with, but is it working for you? It might serve them, but is it serving you? If you don't have an agenda for your life, then you're going to be a part of somebody else's agenda. If you don't have a dream that you're going to work on, then you're going to be in somebody else's dream, working on their dream, working to make their dream become reality. And see, at the end of the day, you only have one life to live. and you want to live it on your terms. And so I'm saying to you, position yourself to win. Remove all handicaps. Don't deliberately allow yourself to stay in a situation that you know that's not good for you. I remember when I was around people that weren't doing anything. I used to be on 3rd Avenue and right behind Douglas Elementary School, where I went to elementary school, and I used to be in Sam's pool room, Mr. Henry's pool room, shooting pool all the time with guys that weren't doing anything. We were just cracking jokes and having a lot of fun. And at one point, I saw a friend of mine who used to shoot pool with us all the time, and he used to come by, and occasionally he would watch us, and he would leave, and he was always dressed meticulously. We called him Lefty. And I said, you know, I want to get to know Lefty better. I want to develop a relationship with Lefty. And what I found is that Lefty had managed how much time that he was going to engage in and just to come and shoot pool and hang out with us. But Lefty had some goals and dreams that went far beyond the pool room. And he's one of those guys that I looked at, that I admired, that caused me to begin to create a shift in my life. And I'm saying to you, the reason that you're listening to me right now, the reason that you are where you are right now in your life, and the reason that you're looking at some other possibilities is because of the fact that there's something in you that says there's got to be more. And part of what will keep you stuck, part of what will prevent you from living your dreams, part of what will keep you from even knowing that you have greatness within you and the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine, of being around people or in a situation that does not serve you. There are certain environments and there are certain situations that can blur your vision, that can compromise your power. And so you've got to look at, how can I begin to detoxify my life? And it's really making the decision and having the courage to let certain situations go, to let them go so that you can grow. Here's something else. As you look at your life, as you look at where you are right now, look at your dreams, make up your mind to step to the next level, to step your game up, to raise the bar on yourself. See, most people fail in life not because they aim too high and miss. Most people fail in life, and they do what I did for a large part of my life, aim too low and hit. I can tell you based upon my experience, starting out in Overtown in Liberty City, in the DeKalb Auditorium on 54th Street and 22nd Avenue, I can tell you when I look back and see where I started from, just left mine after doing a speaker training there. And I was just reflecting for a moment that when I made the decision that I wanted to play a bigger game, that I wanted to step up, that I wanted to challenge myself, that I didn't want to live a small life. I didn't want to be an average small dude. I wanted to live a larger life. I can tell you right now that when I stepped up in the goals that I was reaching for, they most certainly were reaching beyond where I was at that particular time. But I can tell you what's going to happen for you that happened for me. When I was reaching to be known nationally and internationally, I had no idea that it would catapult me to levels that I haven't even envisioned yet. And I'm saying to you that when you decide to raise the bar on yourself, when you decide to raise your goals and your dreams, when you decide to pursue an expanded vision that you see for yourself, don't underestimate yourself. You're more powerful than you give yourself credit for being. I remember a friend of mine that she made up her mind that she was not ever going to be laid off again. And her former husband was a computer nerd. And she decided to become patient and disciplined and learn how to work that computer, learn how to market herself on the computer, learn how to begin to develop strategic partnerships with other entrepreneurs. Now she's averaging, along with her sister, over $200,000 to $300,000 a month. This is a great time. A lot of people are going through some tough times, but trust me on this. Robert Schuller was right. There's never a shortage of money. There's a shortage of there's only a shortage of ideas and thinking and people that are unwilling to be resourceful and unwilling to work and to go all out to do the things that they want to do. I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm saying to you that it's possible. And you've got to decide that it's necessary and that it's that you can begin to take your life to another level and that you want to play a bigger game. And trust me on this. I'm speaking from experience. You will begin to attract the people. You will begin to attract the resources, the relationships, doors will open you did not see. So you don't want to go through life trying to play it safe. You don't want to go through life trying not to make any mistakes. You want to go through life trying not to fail. You're going to fail your way to success. You're going to have some setbacks. It all goes with the territory of being a person that just won't settle for playing a small life. So look at yourself and begin to make up your mind that you're ready to go to the next level and challenge yourself to do that. Raise the bar on yourself. And the next thing that's very important, make it your business to get around people that's doing what you want to do. People that you admire. People that will challenge you. People that will raise the bar on you. People that you can learn from and grow from. Get away from people that are average and living a small life. Those people will drag you down. Those people will begin to cause you to look at life through their eyes. No. Be around people that you can begin to become inspired by. I remember I had some friends who lived on Miami Beach, and I used to be in plays on Miami Beach in various community theaters, and they would drop me off in Overtown or Liberty City according to where I wanted to be dropped off. But I remember when they were dropping other people off in Coral Gables and Miami Beach in those big, beautiful mansions, I was inspired by them. And I knew that even though they were dropping me off in Overtown or Liberty City, that one day I would have a mansion of my own, that one day that I would be living in some place that's air-conditioned rather than having linoleum on the floor, that I would have carpeting, and one day rather than have fans, I would have air conditioning, and one day I would have a home that I could be proud of. And so you have to have a vision. You have to begin to decide what is it I really want and begin to know that it's possible. I used to look in magazines and cut out pictures and put them up, and they call that treasure mapping. I've been doing that for years because I wanted to put it in my subconscious mind. I wanted to have a vision of where I want to go. And so look at the things that you're thinking about putting in your life. Put some pictures up so you can see them. Put the kind of car that you can look at it every day, the kind of home that you want, the kind of body that you want, the kind of environment that you want. I wanted to travel around the world. In the next 2 weeks, I'm going to Poland. I'm going to Amsterdam. I'm going to Sweden. I'm going back to London, England. And I'm going to back to Johannesburg, South Africa. And I'm telling you right now, there was a time that people who looked at me, including if I looked at myself in the mirror, I never knew that this kind of life that I'm living now was possible. I'm saying to you, I'm not an example. I'm not an exception. I'm an example of what you can do. And the reason that you're listening to me is because you and I are cut from the same cloth. We're branches of the same tree. I used to gravitate to seminars and workshops. I was attracted to people that were doing what I wanted to do. Just like you're listening to me, I was seeking. Don't stop seeking. Ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened. Most people are not seeking anything. And I'm telling you, and you can have a balanced approach. Yes, I saw the first episode of Scandal, and I can't wait for next week. Yeah, and I'm going to talk about you. That's all that you're doing. If your life is a scandal because you're not living up to your true potential, you can have some fun and you can take your business too. I believe that you work hard and you play hard. As you look at yourself, trust me on this. Life is unpredictable. A 12-year-old said this after his 14-year-old sister was diagnosed with terminal cancer. He said, "Mama, so your life can change with the blink of an eye." He was 12 years old. 12 years old. He was absolutely right. Your life can change with the blink of an eye. I talked to a friend today. She buried her father last year, her brother, and her stepbrother. Things can change for you at any moment. We don't know how much time we have here. So here's the next thing. Live life all full out. Go all out.
Hold yourself to a higher standard. Life is not about just surviving. Life is not about being stressed out of your mind. No. Get the energy drainers out of your life. Look at your life and decide to make some adjustments. Decide to make some changes. Look at your life. Decide to go into isolation sometimes. You've got to go in a closet and shut the door and start talking to yourself and say, where do I want to go from here? I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I'm going through right now. I'm telling you that life is not to be played with. And when you get serious, when you decide, I want more, when you get a made of mind, and trust me on this, there's nothing as powerful as a made-up mind. When you make up your mind, I want something different for myself, you become a magnet. You begin to attract different things and different people in your life. I remember a young man by the name of Rasul. He has a store over there in Liberty City on 62nd Street. I remember when he started out. I remember when he got out of jail. And he made up his mind he's going to take his life in another direction. And now he's one of the top entrepreneurs in London. Why? Because he made up his mind. He got all the losers and toxic people out of his life. He decided that he was going to take his life in another direction. You have the power to do that. Life is calling you. Your destiny is calling you. A bigger life is calling you. A bigger dream is calling you. You don't have to settle. Get out from among them. Those that are trifling, those that are sorry, those that are not serious, come out from among them and stand in your greatness, because you deserve it. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your children. You owe it to your family. But most of all, you owe it to you. There's part of you that you're not expressing right now, and you know it. Continue to listen. Come back again. Let us hear your comments. Go to our Facebook, Brown.Les. We have a motivational message for you every day. Some of them, people call back and say, can you post that again? I got some friends that I want to read that. Surround yourself deliberately. Make it a point deliberately to surround yourself with people that want more out of life, because you deserve the best that life has to offer. You have something special. You have greatness within you. God so loved the world that he chose you out of 400 million sperm. You were born to win. Success is your birthright. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is Les Brown. This is Mamie Brown's baby boy. It's been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. Nita Boo?
Wow, that was powerful. That was powerful and packed, Les. You gave us, you brought it tonight. Thank you so much. Surround yourself with people who want more out of life. Life is calling you. I was typing in these quotes and putting them on my Facebook page because they're just so powerful. I'm doing it as a reminder to my Facebook friends and as a reminder to myself. Powerful, powerful words. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Les, are you traveling anywhere before you go out of the country?
Well, you know, I'm going to Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm speaking there on Friday in Utah, in Salt Lake City, and then I'll fly from there. I'm going to Poland, and then to Amsterdam, and I'm going to London, England, and then I'm going to South Africa, and then I'll be back home. But I'm going to do probably going to do 2 more speaker trainings. We had an incredible turnout. We had a full house of people who were serious and hungry. We're doing this training called I Have Got to Speak. And this is for people who have something in them that they want to express. This is for people who have a passion for making a difference in people's lives and people who want to turn their message into money. And we had an incredible time. People came from all over the country, all over Florida and out of the country. And we plan to do some more. We've had so many requests. People are calling from everywhere because that's the time that there's no such thing as as job security. And you want to create multiple streams of income for yourself. And so we have this new seminar that I'm doing called Going Big with Les Brown, how to tell your story, how to make more money, and how to develop a winning strategy. The reason that most people are not winning, they don't know that success is not a hit or miss proposition. You've got to have a game plan, and you've got to have I would believe, a group of people that will hold you accountable, that will hold you to a higher standard. You got to seek out and find positive people and positive relationships that you can be around, because negative energy is extremely powerful. It's extremely powerful. Don't underestimate it. One toxic negative person can destroy your life and your dreams. And you know that.
Absolutely. It's like you put an apple, you put 5 very fresh apples and one of them bad, it'll turn them all bad. And that is really just the law. I mean, so you attract those things. And the stuff that you speak into our lives every week, it is so powerful. Now, Les, the training that you did, the one in Florida, you're going to be doing it again before the end of the year?
Yeah, I'm going to do another one. I want to do one. I'm going to do one in New York on November the 2nd. I'm going to do one in Annapolis, and I'm also speaking in Indianapolis, Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm going to speak there as well, and I'm going to do one in Fort Lauderdale. So we keep people posted. I have my calendar completed. I'm putting it together now. I'm also looking at doing something. I want to do something in Detroit. Detroit needs a lot of help, and I want to do something there and something in Cleveland. And I'm looking at doing something. It's been a minute since I've done something in Newark, New Jersey. I'm looking at going up in that area too. I'm on fire. I've got the energy back. I'm feeling stronger than ever before, and I'm just fired up and ready to just take it to a whole new level. I've got some very powerful strategic relationships that we have just gotten into in terms of how to use technology to make a greater impact that we're going to be rolling out on real soon. That's going to share with people, but also share with people when we have our events how they can find capital for their business, how they can capitalize their dreams and successful relationships that they need to make that can help them go to the next level. You can't do it by yourself. That lady named Diane Nayak, when she swam from Cuba to the United States, she said 3 things. She says, 1, never ever give up on your dream. 2, you're never too old to chase your dream. And 3, which was major, she said it might look like a solo act, but it takes teamwork. In order to make your dream become a reality, it takes teamwork to make the dream happen. And so we're going to teach people how to begin to find and evaluate relationships to find out if it's a good fit for you, and the value of having a coach, but also how to organize a team of individuals who have skills and knowledge and resources and contacts and relationships that you don't have, who can take you places where you can't go by yourself, who can see what you can't see. All of those things are very important in reaching your goals and discovering your greatness, as you know.
Absolutely, because when I heard her when she did her interview on Oprah, and she was talking about the power of the spirit. Everybody was telling her that she couldn't do this, even the experts, but she knew in her spirit that she could swim this far. And she talked about her team and how you saw all the people that had the expertise in all of these different areas, and that's what helped her make it through this time. And she was determined despite all odds. And I believe that people that are on the calls, they have skill sets, they have gifts, and they have talents, and they just haven't surrounded themselves around the right people. Because, Les, I remember the first time I came to your training, and as you know, I was going through a very challenging time in my life, and I did more. That year, I wrote I did my first poetry book, I did my first event, and I did this, my audio book on Live Your Authentic Life. I did that all in 1 year in spite of all the things that I was going through, because I joined the community. I was motivated and inspired by your words, and I chose to do the work. And it has made a huge difference. And that's why I'm on this call every Monday, because this is what I'm passionate about, because you deposited. And one of the things that you said to me, Les, and I don't know if you realize how powerful this was. You spoke these words to me on a consistent basis. You said, Anita, I believe in you. And those words so simple, but yet they change the direction of my life. And I speak those into my son's life. I speak those into my people that I coach. I speak those words, and I believe those words give them the same level of power because they know that when I say those words, they're not empty. I say them with passion. I say them because I believe them. And I believe your words. You spoke them every week. You're speaking into everyone's lives that are on these calls. And I hear the passion. Every time you keep coming back, you get stronger and stronger. And you know, you and I, we talk, but it's like every time I hear you, I hear something different. It's like fresh manna every time. So I personally want to thank you for that. Thank you for who you are and how you show up every week.
Well, thank you. Well, you know, one of the things that's been happening, people have been circulating all type of rumors about me because I'm going through the journey once again with a little C. And the thing is this, that I have it does not have me.
Come on now.
Can you feel a brother up in here? I've got work to do, and I ain't got time to die. But, you know, some people, they call and say, you know, we heard Les sick, and he on his deathbed, and, you know, can he still train and speak, and should we be getting a refund from the program? You know, let me tell you something. It's amazing. You know, one of the things that I remember saying to myself when a doctor looked at me and the treatment that he gave me was like, he had disdain and he had a level of contempt because of my optimism. And I said to myself, because I knew that was the last day I was going to see him, but I said to myself, I don't care about your studies and your research. They don't determine my reality. You don't know me like that. And one of the things that we've got to do, we've got to protect ourselves from poisonous words. Words have power. And when you're around people that are saying things, even cursing you out, just think about the word curse. You know, when you put a curse on someone, when you have someone that's saying negative, toxic, demeaning things to you over and over and over again, listen now, faith comes by. That means that you start believing in something. Faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. So that includes a lie. If someone says to you over and over and over again, you're stupid, you're ugly, you're dumb, you'll never make it. They say that to you over and over and over again. Don't argue with them. Just get them away from them. But say to yourself, I'm better than that. They don't know me like that. You got to talk to yourself. When my friends and family members said to me when I was having the meetings and getting started and building my skill set and my vocal skills and my vocabulary and memorizing words and quotes and having the trainings at the Caleb Auditorium and training kids, they were saying, you are crazy if you think you will ever be on television. You're crazy if you think you will ever train for major corporations. You are crazy if you think you're going to travel around the world and people are going to pay you thousands of dollars and pay for your plane fare as they're doing now. And just the plane fare going to Malaysia and Singapore and South Africa and London, England was $30,000 just for the plane fare. And so I'm saying to you, with this reality, when I'm speaking to people on this call every week, I'm saying, I wanted to know, Anita, when I was teaching a class by Eric Butterworth called Discover the Power Within. I wanted to know, when I was teaching the class God's Millionaire by Kaplan Ponder, I wanted to know, is this true? And if so, I've got to prove it by myself. I'm going to use myself as a guinea pig. And I'm telling you that's why we're told, judge not according to appearances, but righteous judgment, that we have to call forth those things that be not as though they were. Why? Because, and I've been doing research on this, the subconscious mind does not own and does not believe and cannot accept a future statement. You got to speak as if. And so I was saying, I'm the world's #1 motivational speaker. I am traveling around the world. I give thanks for the speaking engagements. Now I get over 3 100,000 requests a year. The average speaker in the National Speakers Association, they're lucky if they get 25. I'm saying if you hold yourself to a higher standard, and if you make your mind up and say to life, I ain't playing with you. I'm not playing with you. I'm hungry. I ain't playing with you because I know you ain't playing with me. I'm determined to make my life work, make my dream become a reality. When you develop that kind of attitude, when people start thinking that not only are you determined, but you are crazy. You got to be crazy. You got to be out of your mind to think that you can live the kind of life that I'm living. And now people who were laughing, they're not laughing anymore.
Right. Wow.
They are wondering, how did he do it? And it's what you said, work. You've got to be willing to do the work. That's what you're doing. You stretch yourself. You're traveling around the world. You're speaking to people. You're speaking to other people's dreams. And here's the power of speaking. The more you speak it, the more you own it. The more it becomes a part of you at the cellular level. I'm telling you, I can walk through a concrete building right now. Anyhow,
I feel it, my brother. I can feel it.
Yeah. Somebody told me, I'm looking at somebody said, you look good. And they said it like somebody told them I was done. I was on my last leg. You said it. I wanted to put it down over here and say, run and tell that. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let me talk to a few people, and then we're going to let Stacey make her announcement. They don't need to talk to me now. Stacey, yeah, okay, Stacey, but big mean Manesse, how you doing, baby?
Hey,
all right, well, I've been here.
Are you going to speak to the people after the announcement?
No, I'm about to go out in the park and run around. I've been eating hot stuff on the park. I'm fired up.
I tried. I know the listeners are sitting on edge and waiting to hear. All right, listeners, don't blame me. I tried. Thank you, Les.
All right, take care. Love you.
Love you.
All right, thank you. Love you. I love you.
Stacey.
And before you go, I want to tell you, Les, did he go, Anita?
No, he's still there. Les?
Okay, Les, are you listening? He might be muted out.
He's
I just want to tell him, Anita, I tell you, he was on fire tonight, and definitely everybody that's listening, we know that they're about to go do a couple of laps around the park, too.
Absolutely, girl. Absolutely. Me and you both. So that's why I was going to say, Stacey, if you can, tell us how we can stay connected, because I know we want to jump to this phone and eat it up right now.
Exactly. If you don't have a pulse, if you're not ready to go and you're ready to run with the people who are doing it, girl. Hey, can I tell somebody? I just stole my shoe. Hold on, let me get myself together.
Okay, go ahead, get it together. We're getting together, people, because we are fired up. This is no joke on this phone. We bring it, and we bring it with passion, and we bring it with power, because we are committed to this call on Monday night. So, Stacey, I just want to thank you for what you do, my sister.
I thank you, Anita. Anita, you are just amazing. You are a wonderful example of commitment, dedication, hard work, everything that Les talked about. It's wonderful to be in this community of achievers and to be able to call you my sister. Girl, I'm so excited right now. Wait, I'm doing backwards. Hold on. Okay, all right, here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to stay connected to Les Brown, Motivational Monday Night, and his platinum speakers, start your week off with the one and only Ona Brown, with Own Your Dreams with Ona Brown, every single Sunday, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join her on the radio live at 404-355-8699, or you can log on to www.love860am.com. That's love, L-O-V-E, 860am.com. Or you can go on to www.onabrown.com, and you can find her on Facebook as well, Coach Ona Brown. If you've heard Ona on these calls, you know we're talking about start your week off right with Ona. On Tuesdays, you have 3 opportunities to engage with our Platinum families. First, with the one and only phenomenal Valerie Parker for Hot Soul Topics from the Soul Radio Show. That's every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can call 760-913-4115 to listen in and ask questions. or you can log on to www.blogtalkradio.com/soul topics. You can also catch Mr. Wade Randolph, the More Guy, for Maximize Your Life Coaching every Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The dial-in number is 641-715-3300. The access code is 799-205#. And on the first and third Tuesdays, you can join Evelyn Pope, a.k.a. the Heart Lady, on Heart Talk with Miss E, www.blogtalkradio.com/Heart Talk with Miss E, the letter E. And that's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern. Or you can call 424-675-8303 or visit talktomisse.com. And on Thursday, Show Up for Your Life with the phenomenal Andy Enriquez. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 712-432-6100. PIN number 114431 #, or visit showupforyourlife.com, www.sufyl.com. You can also join the phenomenal Dwight Pleasure and Awesome Dan Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Story Forum call. And that dial-in number is 218-862-9322, and the code is 2468#. Then you have an opportunity for one-on-one coaching with the phenomenal Anita Hicks. Register for your live coaching sessions with Anita and get your weekly assignments and Q&A sessions and a bonus webinar. Log on to www.anitahicks.com. That's www.anitahicks.com, or email Anita at anita@anitahicks.com. For those of you that have been joining in and want to know who this crazy girl Stacey N.C. Grant is and you want to connect with me, I have a free call this Wednesday night entitled, I Think I Need a Coach Too. So log on to I Think I Need a Coach, the number 2.eventbrite.com to register for that free call 9:30 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 9th. And the Winning Edge is happening Saturday, October 26, 2003, with Mr. Wade Randolph, Star Babatune, and Alan McDougall. This is happening in Virginia. So those of you in that area, you can register at www.randolphunlimited.com. And if you're interested in seeing Mr. Les Brown live in New York on November 2nd, send an email to info@stacyncgrant.com or log on to www.lesbrown.com. You are amazing. You're incredible because you're here. You're tuned in to Les Brown's Motivational Monday Night Call. You want to hear about all of these platinum speakers and their opportunities to stay in this community. We are on fire, and we're determined to inspire and help Mr. Brown on his mission of changing and saving over 100,000 lives. Oh, Anita, I'm about to go run now, girl. Love you.
So much, Miss Stacey Grant. Thank you so much. And listeners, we appreciate you for joining us every week. We thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule. Make sure you connect with us on Facebook, connect with Les Brown on Facebook, connect with me, Anita Hicks, Stacey N.C. Grant. You've heard all of the ways that you can stay connected. I encourage you to get a coach. Everyone needs a coach. And if you're interested in being a part of Les Brown's Platinum family, you can email me, Anita, at AnitaHicks.com. That's ANITA at ANITAHICKS.com, and I will give you information on how to become a platinum speaker, how to join his trainings as well. So again, we look forward to having you on the call next Monday night, and invite someone. And as I will always remind you every week, never, ever give up on your dreams, because the world awaits your light, your authentic gift. God bless you all, and God bless your dreams. Good night, everyone. I know you're on fire just like we are, so go out and make something happen. Good night, Stacey.
Good night.